Welcome back to another video. In today's episode, I want to talk about one of the biggest illusions Swiss people have. I want to talk a little bit about this illusion to make you happy in a very, very subtle way, maybe, and it may shock a few people. And I have lived in that illusion too for many, many years, especially when I was growing up, but as well in my 20s, because I kept going into those things and I thought this is the ideal life. And I started to wake up to something that was very, very different. So I want to share this little thing. Well, it's a big thing, but I want to share it with you. My name is Patricia. I'm a life coach. And if you're new here, if we meet the first time, I'm so happy to have you. Give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe to this video so you are actually getting more videos every week. I do a few to just help you understand a little bit more in the world, as sometimes we just need a little like, hello. And it helps you to release some stuff that is no longer good for you, or you want to make a change and you don't really know how to. So this channel is here to grow from inside out, okay? Now let's tap into today's video. This video is about people who live basically their life in 4 weeks or 5 weeks or maybe 6 if they're lucky. They live in those 5 weeks, let's say approx, right? They live in those 5 weeks where they can go on vacation. Now, Swiss people generally have the possibility to go on vacation because many other countries are cheaper in certain ways, like the food is cheaper, or maybe the accommodation is a little bit cheaper, or something like this. And many people here who live here can afford that, or can afford it more than doing a vacation here in Switzerland. When you look at it from a bigger picture, people travel all around the world, and they travel to see something else and to meet other cultures, eat other food, see religion, I don't know, whatsoever, right? Some of them just go and have fun, go on adventures, and nothing is really wrong about that. Here comes my little check-in, okay? If you're coming back and you are at the airport, Zurich airport, and you're like, oh no, I'm back home. I have to work Monday. Today's Sunday. And you're so frustrated because you're back. You are so tired already that you have to go back to work, to your old life. You're so tired of that you're already thinking of when can you escape again and do another travel. Do you see any mistake there? Do you see how this is actually a little crappy? Because this actually means that you are living out of the whole year. You like your life only 5 weeks or 6 or 4, whatever you have. And the rest of it, you are actually working your butt off to pay for that vacation, to escape your life. Do you really believe that that is all you can do? Do you really believe that this is in your highest good? Do you really think that this is actually all you deserve? Do you really think that 5 weeks is enough to have a good life? Really? Really? See, I have grown up with going 4 times on vacation, right? traveling overseas, seeing countries that pretty much no one in my class in my childhood saw. I have traveled the world and I've seen so many countries. You see, at one point you're like, I did that. I've done that. And what now? At one point you reach the threshold where traveling alone doesn't get exciting anymore because it's not doing anything for you. You're not going to have this extraordinary life over there, and here it all is crap and you're not enjoying, and you don't have the courage to stand up for yourself here. You're learning all your teachings, or all the teachings in, I don't know, Bali or Thailand or all Sedona, all those spiritual places. You learn to meditate, you go for yoga, maybe you're going for sports whatsoever, and you're thinking that you're training your muscles and you're changing your body shape whatsoever. Then you come back to this reality and you're like, I'm trapped, But instead of realizing that you feel trapped, you book another vacation. I'm like, what? So you're numbing yourself again, waiting until you can go on vacation. Some people are totally overdoing it, booking something every single weekend, flying to I don't know what countries, staying there 2 days, coming back, and they repeat the same thing. They come back and they're so unhappy. They're so in their rut that they don't see that they have to make some changes in their actual life. Okay, stop living over there. That's not your life. It's nice if you go on vacation. Don't get me wrong. This is beautiful. I'm not saying don't go and don't travel and you don't learn anything. But listen, if you are escaping because your life here is not pleasant for you, this is not the way to go. This is escaping and numbing how you feel on all levels. Instead of really feeling into how you feel and making some changes that are actually helping you to develop, you're just booking another flight. So basically, you're not leveling up your life, you're staying at the same. But instead, you could actually wake up to your reality here and look at it in total and ask yourself, what is it that you actually want to do in this life? It's beautiful to go on vacation, it's beautiful to see other cultures, but you're living here. You are living here. What are you making for a change to feel the rest of the weeks of the year good for yourself? What are you doing? Planning another trip? What for? Right? I haven't been traveling since it's not totally true. I have been traveling once to Amsterdam, and last time I was in San Francisco and Mexico. The most beautiful thing is when you come home to a life that you actually enjoy. You see? Come home to a life that you like. And not to a life that you don't like. And you don't need to make any excuses to me and tell me, yeah, but it just takes me a week and then I'm back. Then I'm okay. No, you're numbing yourself in that whole week. You're telling yourself something until you believe it. And then you keep going and doing the same thing that you used to do that is burning you out, that gives you depression, that gives you anxiety, that doesn't make you feel good. That's what you're doing. You're numbing yourself. You see, you're not really open. You're not honest at all to yourself. I once heard from very, very a close person, and she told me when I had my difficulties within my business, she told me, just go and get a job. You have 5 weeks vacation. And I was looking at her like, I know that you do that. I know that you enjoy going on vacation. I don't want to live only 5 weeks per year. I don't want to do that. If you want to live only 5 weeks per year, that's great. But you need to wake up to what is in front of you so that you have actually a life that you enjoy and not something that you don't like. You see? If you are waking up every single day and you hate what you do, you don't like what you're doing, this gives you depression. And it's sad. Especially if you're living in a country like Switzerland or US or anywhere there where you actually do have a lot more opportunities, right? You have the opportunities. You need to stand up for yourself. You have so much more opportunities than many, many other people. Who are you not to take that, right? Now that's just a... It's not an actual judgment, you see. Sometimes we are ready for it and sometimes we are not. But the question is, or the ideal is to understand that we have to wake up to where we are in. So if I'm looking at my life and I'm like, but I have to be grateful because many other people don't even have food, which is totally true. Now, but here in Switzerland, this is mainly not an issue. We have other issues, such as not understanding our emotions, not looking into how we feel, treating other people badly, treating us badly, something like this. We have other problems here than, let's say, Africa. It's a different world view. It's a different world in that sense. And when you're going and you're looking at people in, let's say, Africa, or Bali or wherever. Well, actually not Bali, there's too many tourists, but like places where people live so differently, but they're so happy. And we go there and we are like, how come they're so happy? And they so enjoy what they are doing and whatsoever. And then we look at our life and it's not that. It's because they figured out that materialism is not the real deal. And while you learn something over there, and while you start to go for yoga and all of that, treatments, whatsoever, you haven't understood how to actually internalize this in this life, okay, in your life. Because waking up by 6 and ending your day by 9 or 10 p.m. at night and not having a break in between is not going to make you happy. And that's the difference. What they understood there is that they need to take breaks mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. They understand that they have to look at the body differently. They learned that there is not only what I can see is true. They learned that there are also other things that you cannot really see, but you can feel. And that's something we completely ignore because we say it's not real, it's not here. We do this. And then people are getting really depressed. You have all the opportunities to grow and to open up. You don't have to do that. You see, it's crazy to see that we have all, or most, I would say. We have most. But we didn't wake up to the real, what is it that really makes us happy? We haven't seen that. Seriously. We haven't. I'm looking at people who come back from their vacation and they are so happy or so sad that they come back. They're like, it's so sad. And then they share this information with other people and they're like, I know, it's so bad, isn't it? You come back and, you feel so, you already missed the country and whatsoever. And I'm like, do you see what you're doing? Do you see how you're actually making yourself more miserable with traveling? Because you just escaped for those, I don't know, a few days. Do you see that? I'm really, really curious to hear from you now. How do you travel? And have you seen this? Have you seen yourself in situations where you went on a travel and you went far away and you came back to a reality you didn't like? Now be really honest to you. Be honest. And ask yourself, in addition, what can you do to make a change in the here and now, to not actually live in the 5 weeks per year? Right? Thanks so much for watching, and one little addition. Nothing here is judging you. It's not about me against you and me telling you you are doing your life wrong. This is about looking at your life and understanding that you could make changes in the here and now. You don't have to wait until you can go on vacation to experience some happiness. But do you actually see that? Are you awake to that? That is the question. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.